Girlfriend, 20F, expected me, 20M, to say no to going clubbing with her and is now back peddling. M/20 and my girlfriend F/20 have been dating for almost 3 years. She's been clubbing a handful of times with a few of her girls. I don't really have an issue with it. Last night she asked if I would like to come, knowing I work every day besides Mondays, and to her surprise I told her I would. Pretty much as soon as I agreed she started playing the, "Oh shoot, you're working, you don't have to come," and the "it'll probably be boring if you come with me and my friend," or the "my friend is probably gonna feel like they're third wheeling." Unlike previous times, she'll only be going out with one friend. A friend I know mutually, and also know that she had gone clubbing before and full-blown cheated on her boyfriend at the time, kept his contact, and kept talking to him while dating this dude. Now I'm feeling a bit upset/uncomfortable with the whole situation. As I'm writing this, her friend has messaged me begging me not to come and is telling me it's meant to be a girls' night. How do I confront the issue without sounding like an insecure jerk? Over the course of my life, I have invited many people to things that I expected them to say no to. It happens all the time. You ask someone to be polite. What I haven't ever done, when someone unexpectedly says yes, is try to talk them out of it. Sounds suspicious as hell. It's hard to not go there. I gently tell her that this invite and subsequent "oh shit no" is making you feel insecure. It seems like something is going to happen that you wouldn't be okay with, like one of them is going to be an alibi for the other. If she starts gaslighting you or going Darvo mode, my radar would be up. I'd also consider having a friend I trust 100% show up, wherever they're going to conveniently have a beer. If she can articulate a reason why she'd invite you and backtrack, I'd still have my radar up, but I'd not send a friend. Play it on the lowdown. Tell her something's popped up for work and you can't go, then rock up to the club after she's been there for a couple hours saying you finished earlier than expected. That's a giant red flag accompanied with bell sounding off. Friends of a feather, flock together, man shrugging, medium skin tone. Dude, you know why she doesn't want you to come along. I bet your girl and her friend are going on a double date. My husband 44M insulted me 36F during a disagreement about cosmetic surgery. Hi everyone, I, 36F, and my husband 44M, have been married for 10 years. We have a child together. We've had a recurring disagreement about cosmetic surgery. Years ago, before marriage, he told me he doesn't like silicone girls and always preferred women to be natural. I respected that at the time. Now after having a child, my body changed a lot. I had some hormone issues, lost about 15 kilograms, and became very skinny. I sometimes feel like although I love my body, but I could feel better if I had my natural-sized breasts back. I brought up the idea of possibly doing a cosmetic procedure in the future to feel better about myself. His reaction was very strong. He told me to choose between him or the surgery, called me a village girl, and said I lack self-confidence. He also said things like my face collapsed from a light Botox/fillers, though people usually tell me I look younger than my age. He added that if I bring this up again after he already told me how much he hates it, it means I'm problematic and don't want to live a healthy life. He also said maybe after 50 it would make sense, but not now. From his side, he genuinely dislikes the idea of plastic surgery and believes women look worse after it. He says he married me natural and doesn't want me to change. He sees my wanting it as a sign of insecurity or vanity, not self-care, and that I want attention from other men. From my side, I feel very hurt by the way he expressed himself. It wasn't just disagreement, it felt insulting and mocking. I don't think wanting to feel better about myself automatically means I'm unhealthy or insecure. I would like my husband to discuss this with me respectfully instead of attacking me, but he is like collision the moment it comes up. He even told me he would be happier if he had a normal wife, not one like me, who is looking after such a fake trends, and even blamed me for the fact that he raised his voice, as he is usually a very calm person. So my question is, am I being too sensitive here? How would you handle this difference in values? No. Feeling hurt by being mocked or called names is a normal response. Disagreement is one thing, being insulted is another. You're not overreacting to feeling disrespected. The difference of opinion is a natural if difficult conflict. The method of communication is a huge problem. He has every right to be against it, and even has a right to consider it a deal breaker. But his insults are cruel. It is your body, and you have every right to choose what to do with it. You're free to get the boob job, your body your choice. But he's also free to find it unattractive, and if he feels strongly enough, leave you because of it. This is coming from someone who's had multiple cosmetic procedures. The insults are a different problem altogether, and shows he's rude and lacks effective communication skills. He has every right to be against it. I'd be upset if my husband were considering cosmetic surgery, and it's fine for it to be a deal breaker. But he does not have the right to insult you and be mean. You have a right to your feelings, and they are valid. He could have expressed his feelings in a less harsh way. And it's your body, you can do whatever you want with it. But I also think it's sad that women, especially women as young as you, are using fillers and think altering their bodies will fix things. I think cosmetic surgery has a place. Burn victims or something is causing pain, discomfort, all can benefit from cosmetic surgery. But if it's purely aesthetic, I think you have to fix what's wrong inside first. But again, all that said, you have a right to do whatever you want to your body, and your husband shouldn't have been so harsh with his words. As a 42 male, and very much a person who prefers the natural look of women, your husband is way out of line by calling you a village girl and reaching for such a drastic ultimatum. It is also absurd that he's gaslighting you for his own lack of maturity by yelling. Now Reddit is full of breakup culture. And I won't say this is divorce-worthy if you are otherwise happy in this relationship besides the specific situation. I do think that at this time you need a mediator between the two of you that can be fair and non-biased, whether that's a therapist or trusted family/friend member. 44 female, 45 male, married with children, thinking of separating over politics. My husband and I have had 2 major fights in the last 2 weeks over political beliefs. Both times, he's insinuated, it's over. Once he told me it was a sign that it wasn't working, and today he told me not to come home, but later walked it back. We have 2 children, 13 and 10, and have been married over 20 years. Obviously, we've made it this far through tough times, and it's crazy to me that we're falling apart over something so irrelevant to our daily lives. We're a great team and have accomplished much, establishing a family, a business, a financial future. But we cannot navigate any convo of politics, politicians, or current events without blowing up. We've discussed never bringing up potentially incendiary topics, but now we can't even discuss the current president. For example, I tried to show him the Trump birthday card to Epstein. He said I was baiting him and sabotaging the agreement to not discuss politics. I don't think this is political, but could be convinced otherwise. Today, he brought up DI, for unknown reasons. I took the bait and realized I was getting emotional, so I tried to walk away. He said that I had to get the last word and walked away to win, rather than avoid the conflict, which was my intention, that I thought I properly communicated. We disagree on DI and Trump and all things MAGA. I don't know how we got this far without knowing how different we were, or maybe I've overlooked/ignored it, but I don't know how to move forward. I don't want a divorce because my parents divorced, and it really messed up my childhood and impacted my entire life forward. I also don't want my daughter to think I'm complicit in anti-feminist notions. I don't want my son to grow up a MAGA. But Dad will always be an influence regardless of where we got from here. I'm probably getting a hotel tonight and will look into couples therapy, but I'm wondering if anyone else is in a similar relationship and how do you navigate? Thank you for your advice. I'm sorry, did you say your husband told you he wanted to end the marriage? Twice. Did I read that right? You know what messed up my childhood? My parents not divorcing, staying married, and having me and my siblings live through their farce of a marriage. We had to hear them argue and fight, and it might have been better. I hate it when people don't want to get divorced for the kids. That only works if the parents can remain civil and co-parent well, which clearly you can't. Financial dependence, being unable to leave and take care of the kids, is the only other reason that makes sense. Everything is political in today's society, because one side decided that human rights are political. So nobody cannot say they aren't, or do not pay attention to current events, because everything is political. To be able to ignore means privilege and acceptance. This is an absolute deal breaker. Would you rather your kids deal with the divorce or a father who preaches hate to them? This isn't just something irrelevant to your daily lives, because those political policies directly affect women every single day. How have you been married to this man baby for 20 years and not known this about him? He's MAGA, but wants to end the marriage? Where's his traditional family values? You two are morally and ethically incompatible. It's not going to work out. It's not like he's suddenly changed. He's always been like this. I'm shocked you dated, married, and stayed with someone for 20 years who is so different from you. Yes, Take your kids to the hotel this weekend. Call a divorce attorney on Monday. My mom, 55F, won't let me have my own room or live on my own, 22F. I'm 22F, and I recently got a decent job. Ever since I was little, I've always shared a room with my mom. My brother has his own room, but she's never allowed me to have mine. I told her that maybe if I saved money, I could buy an apartment with 3 rooms so we could each have our own space. But she refused and said if I want to find an apartment, it should only be a 2-room place so we can continue sharing. The problem is, sharing a room with her for 22 years has been exhausting. I have no privacy, and I get irritated because she leaves the room messy. I just want to manage my own space. I feel bad because every little thing that she does annoys me now, and I don't want to feel that way, but I can't help it. I've thought of living by my own, but when I bring up living independently, she completely shuts it down. We've argued about this before, and I gave up in the past. But now that I'm older and working, I feel like I can't keep sacrificing my independence. How can I set boundaries with my mom without completely damaging our relationship? Has anyone else dealt with this kind of overprotectiveness? Edit. Thank you for all the advice. You are all right. In order to bring control back to my life, it should start with me setting up my boundaries. I just got my new job, so I still have a long way to save up. But I will start finding a place of my own and eventually move out. I love my mom, and I don't want to break my relationship with her, but I realize that I should also put myself first. You don't need your mom's permission to move out and start being your own person once you saved enough. Setting boundaries is a necessity at this point. Your boundaries aren't going to be what harm your relationship. It'll be the fact that your mom cares more about controlling you and holding you back than your well-being and progress in life. You should look into enmeshment and see if it resonates with you. Your relationship with your mom is very unhealthy, and the only way to heal it will be to set boundaries and stick with them. It'll be hard, but you gotta do it. This isn't just overprotectiveness, it's enmeshment, and it's very unhealthy and abusive on your mom's part. You're going to have to just move out. You're an adult, and she doesn't get to control where you sleep any longer. I'm sorry you've been dealing with this for 22 years. You must be exhausted from it. You are 22, there is no let you anymore, honey. You are an adult now. It sounds like your mom has been emotionally manipulating you and using you for companionship in a way that is profoundly unhealthy. You sound like a really caring daughter, but you deserve privacy and independence. It might be best for you to move out on your own or with roommates so you can start to dictate the terms of your relationship without being entirely under her thumb. For what it's worth, my mom had a total epic meltdown when I made the decision to move out. I was 23. She didn't speak to me for a few months. But you know what? She got over it, and our relationship was fine. I was much happier getting out on my own because I felt like I was suffocating at home.